Let's talk about Savannah and Bradley in this last episode of Love During Lockup. So, Savannah is dating her former weed dealer, and Savannah's mom is just worried sick about Savannah because Savannah used to struggle with drugs in the past. And she's currently clean and sober, but she has a history of using, and her mom is afraid that Bradley is going to be a bad influence on her and get her back into drugs. And her mom asked her if she planned on getting like any kind of counseling when he gets out, which tells me that her and Bradley have been fighting like crazy behind the scenes for the mom to want them to get counseling out the gate together. Savannah has been wanting to get herself a little BBL for a while. And Bradley was like, hey, I like big butts. I'll pay for your BBL. So Savannah decided to go see a plastic surgeon with her mother to get some details on exactly how much it's going to cost. I just don't understand, like, how are you living with your mother, but a BBL is on the top of your priority list? I would want to focus on getting my own house, and there's plenty of other things I can think of that I prefer over getting a BBL. But I guess if Bradley's paying for it, I guess it really don't matter. I don't know how he's coming up with this chunk of change. I guess he must be doing some hustling from prison. And Savannah, I actually found her on Facebook. And she's been posting with Bradley recently. It looks like he's out. They're still together. And she posted just a few days ago, "Good morning. Just felt like starting out the day saying thank you to my mans for taking care of me yesterday after my little procedure. Y'all, when I say I was such a baby, but he held it down or whatever. Shout out to my boo." And so it sounds like she finally got her surgery. I don't know if this is that BBL surgery or the whole body surgery they're talking about in this episode. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But after she revealed she wanted to get a BBL, she ended up going to the doctor's office, and the doctor looked at her. And I guess Savannah used to be like 100 pounds heavier than she currently is, which really shocked me because I feel like I can usually get a good idea of people who used to be heavier because you can see sagging skin, but I would have never guessed that Savannah used to be that heavy. Like, I will give it to her. She looks the F good right now. She does. I'll give her her flowers. And she ends up going to the doctor. And since she's lost so much weight, the doctor was like, I think that it'd probably be best for you to get like a whole body lift because she's got skin sagging in certain places, and he assured her that she's going to get a bigger butt afterwards. And I don't know, maybe her butt will look bigger, but I don't know if she's going to get the results that she's expecting with her butt out of this full body lift. And then he quoted her at a hefty price of almost $20,000. I mean, typically you can get like a BBL for $12,000. So she's going to have to pay double, but at least she's going to have her whole body taken care of. And she decided to tell the doctor that she's going to talk to her man, see if he's going to pay for the surgery, and she'll get back to him. So her and her mom go back home, and while she's at home, she's showing off her house, and her house is badass. Her grandma built like this special Narnia closet where you can go through like this wardrobe to get to the movie theater. It definitely seems like her family is not struggling when it comes to money. And she sat down and decided to call Bradley and tell him about the price for her whole surgery and what the doctor recommended, that she get a whole body lift versus a BBL. And she acted like Bradley was all in at first, like he was gonna pay for it, but now that he's hearing the price point, he's questioning if this is really worth it. She's like, babe, don't worry. It's only $900 a month. $900 a month? Like, that is damn near what some people pay in rent. Hell, I want to be able to afford another $900 bill right now. How the hell is a prisoner going to afford it? And that's exactly how he was acting when he heard that. He's like, babe, I cannot afford $900 a month right now. Like, he has to be hustling real hard and doing all kinds of illegal stuff in prison to be getting that type of money. Or maybe he's been, like, gambling like crazy. I don't know. But she acts like $900 is just nothing to Bradley. And Bradley was like, well, why don't you get your family to pay for it? You come from money, why don't they step up? And I think that's him just getting so comfortable with her family being there for her, and he's got to realize you're the man in the relationship now. He needs to step up. If Bradley wants Savannah to have a big fat juicy booty, then he's gonna have to break some bank. And he even admitted, though, that Savannah's the one that initially came to him with this idea. It's not like he's the one that brought it up, like, baby, I'm going to give you the money for this. He said that she pretty much just kept bringing it up over and over again, hinting at the fact she wanted it done, but she didn't have the money for it. And after the fourth time she brought it up, he's like, okay, obviously she really wants this done. But even he admitted, he's like, look, I'm going to be getting out of prison with $1,000 and I'm going to be living with my dad. I don't want to take on this $900 a month payment. Like we talked about at the beginning of the video, she just had a surgery done, so I bet she was able to convince him to stop and wait until they started getting paid from the show, because as soon as they had their first episode, next thing you know, she's suddenly having her surgery. It seems like Bradley's the only one using any common sense in this situation and really breaking it down on how much money that's going to be a month and how big of a commitment that is. She's like, oh, don't worry, it's 0 interest for 24 months. But that's how they get you. They have people thinking, oh, I'll pay it off, I'll pay it off. The next thing you know, you got a freaking lawsuit coming at you because you haven't paid off all your medical bills or your credit's all screwed up. And he even said, look, I'm already trying to rebuild my life. I don't need anything else on my plate. And I really don't like how he is constantly telling her, oh, I prefer bigger butts. I would like your butt to be bigger. You should have been in the gym. Like, how many times do you have to say it, dude? I would feel so insecure if my boyfriend was constantly saying that to me. Like, I understand maybe if they're just having, like, casual conversation and he's like, yeah, I like big butts. But to constantly be on her about, oh, yeah, your butt needs to be bigger. It's pretty much just feels like he's telling her that her butt's not good enough, and I would be feeling scared if that was her. Like, man, what if the next girl comes along that's got a bigger butt? He's gonna go running off with her because that's what he wants. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Savannah and Bradley in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.